2025 era is not so much as it's not when you're conversing with somebody, it's not that the person is actually doing anything wrong. Yeah. The person perhaps may not be doing anything wrong. The issue is that we haven't established or we haven't given definition to what we are involved in. Yeah. Because we make the mistake as human beings. We make the mistake as human beings, and we tell people, we think that because we talked on the phone for hours in the night, we think that because we've talked on the phone with this person for hours in the night, oh, we fell asleep on the phone together. I know his or her favorite color, or I know what they like to eat. I know their favorite dinner or their favorite dessert. Oh, he or she stayed the night. Hey, Lisa, he or she stayed the night over my house a couple of times. And I stayed the night over their house. We went out to dinner. We ate together. We traveled together. Hey, Lisa, we went from Maryland and we went to Dallas together. We held hands in the mall. We did everything that couples do, but yet and still, who said that you were a couple? Yeah, let me give it back. Let's run it back. You meet somebody, right? You meet somebody, and you guys carry it as if you're in a relationship. You guys act as if, or you're role playing a relationship. You're role playing as a couple. You're staying over each other's houses. You're sharing your food. You are spending the time. You're spending a lot of time together. Yet and still, you haven't defined what you're in. Is she your girlfriend, or is she your girlfriend? Is he your man? Is he your boyfriend? Or is he your boyfriend? It's a difference. You have not defined exactly what you're in. So because there hasn't been any definition to what you guys are doing, that gives the person an identity crisis and makes them feel as if they can do whatever. There's no accountability. There's no title. There's no togetherness. So if a person feels as if, well, we never defined what we were in. If you never told the person that we are in a relationship, I'm yours and you're mine, that makes the person feel a sense of entitlement, not to you, but a sense of entitlement to do whatever they want. I'm saying to you, the reason so many people get their feelings hurt, one of the reasons so many people mess up in relationships is because they never defined exactly, thank you, Val, they never defined exactly what they're in. Exactly. Thank you for that, middle age. Yeah. Hey, Talia. Yeah, John. And the thing is, one of the reasons being that, and this is specific for women, because one of the reasons women allow it is two things. It's because they are afraid to say something, because they think that they're going to lose their potential partner. So you carry it, you carry it as if y'all going to you trying to prove to him that you the one and all that, but you ain't saying nothing. You just letting them just do whatever. It's time that you stop being afraid. Thank you, Nikki, baby. Thank you, baby. It's time for you to stop being afraid and be true to yourself. Exactly what are we doing here? Because guess what? He's never going, 90% of the time, he's never going to come to you and say, can we be together? He's going to have he wants to have his cake and eat it too. And yeah, and yeah, exactly. And what happens is he's not going to say anything because guess what? He's okay with being in a situationship. It's ready to go ugly right here. He's okay with being in a situation. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, baby. He's okay with being in a situationship. Yeah. Just like he's never going to ask you that he's never really going to ask you to he's not going to jump out there and ask you to marry him like that unless he feels a little pressure. Men just don't do that. We only really get married because we know that that's what you like. We good with just chilling. You know, a lot of men. Now I ain't going to say all men, but I'm saying most men. I'm saying to you, you have to define what you're in. You got to define what you're in. I told y'all about this story. I was dating somebody. I told y'all about this story. I was dating somebody, and this was years ago. Years ago. Let me put an exclamation point. This was years ago. I was dating somebody, and the person said she was in grad school, right? She said we can see each other, but you got to keep your feelings in the sheets. I said, okay, all right, we can see each other. You got to keep your feelings in. Okay, no problem. But I liked her. I liked her really, really bad. I liked her to the degree that I started to treat her as if, thank you, Nikki, baby, thank you. I started to treat her as if she was my girlfriend. We going to the movies. We're hanging out. We're going to the museums. We're hanging out really bad. We're driving, to different states, doing long trips, buying up perfume, so on and so forth. I'm acting as if, but she told me in the beginning she didn't want a relationship. She told me that. But in my mind, she makes me feel good. She listens to me. She's supportive. She's caring. She's nurturing. Yeah, I'm hooked. I'm hooked. I'm all in. She has all the features I want. She has the right height. She has the looks. She is the one. In my mind, she told me. So I take her past moms and I take her past my mom's. And to get to my mom, for me to take you to my mom's house, you got to be like, whoa. For my mother to meet you, you got to be like, hey, Shakita, you got to be that one, right? Take it to my mom, Shakita, and introduce it to my mom and so on and so forth. I introduced her as my girlfriend. Yeah. I introduced her. It's my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. We get in the car. And she asked me why I do that. She said, why did you do that? In my mind, I ain't see nothing wrong with it. Because I'm thinking, we 3 months in. And I done gave you my all. I gave you more than somebody I was dating for 4 years. I'm all in. But she told me in the beginning that she didn't want a relationship. She ultimately did something that nobody has ever done. And nobody better not do this to me. She blocked me. Val, did you hear what I said? She blocked me. Nikki, did you hear what I said? She blocked me. And I am devastated at this time. I'm devastated. Did you hear me? Because why? Why did she block? Because in my mind, I made the mistake. She got rid of me. Yeah. Yeah, I can block. Nikki Star HL. Yeah. Yeah. I was devastated. I was devastated. But she warned me in the beginning and told me, no, come let it just thinking about it a little bit. Now it's stop. I'm getting my feelings just thinking about it. Now stop. I was just joking. But she told me in the beginning the expectations, what it was. But I took it further. And so many of us, Nikki, so many of us, we allow people to come into our life and get everything. Yeah, Val. We allow people to, hey, Crystal, we allow people to get into our life. In my mature age, we allow people to come into our life, middle, and we allow them to get away with stuff that they shouldn't be getting away. We give them the horse. Yeah, hey, Carmelita, we give them the horse. My grandmother said we give them the cow. They don't even want the milk no more. They want the cow. You have to define what you're in. You can't continue to go through life, your dating life, and you giving up all your goodies, you loving on them, you giving them all your energy, you giving up all your time, you giving all of this to them, and they are not even nowhere near towards relationship. They're not even thinking about having a relationship with you. But in your mind, you've already established the relationship because you've channeled your thoughts through your actions instead of speaking up. You've channeled your thoughts through your actions instead of you're selling yourself to somebody who really don't want to buy you. They just want to lease it. Good God Almighty. I just said something. We have to get to a point where we establish, what are you in? What are we doing here? Because I can't keep giving you my all. I can't keep going out here and buying and doing this, that, and the other. I can't keep loving on you. You keep picking my brain, calling me, asking me what would I do? What would I do in this scenario? You keep asking me and you want to go ahead and be on the phone with me and you want this, you want me to show me off, you want to hold hands with me, but you ain't trying to wife me or you ain't trying to make me be hubby. Do you want me to be hubby or not? I mean, are we in something? Am I your man? Am I your woman? You got to define that thing. Because if you don't define it, then you'll just be friend zoned. Gotta hand that out the door. Exact. Yep, Val. And the one thing that you don't, hey, Virgo, the one thing that you don't want to do is allow somebody to play you and then put you in friend zone. That's the worst feeling. To get played out of all of your commodities. Cristal, hey, that's the worst feeling. To get played, yup, Nikki, out of all of your commodities, gave them everything. And then they friend zoned you. That's the worst feeling. When somebody sits back, when somebody sits back and they holding you, you got this your boo. Oh, you doing all this. It's my boo. Yeah, this my boo. And all that, and you doing all this, they kissing you and all that, and y'all holding hands and all that, and y'all hanging out and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden, Cristal, when you ask them what y'all in, they got their eyes covered. They cover their eyes on you. They act like they ain't see none of that. They act like they ain't, and look, they act like they ain't see none of that. They got their nose out, but they ain't see it. Eyes covered. You done gave them all that, and then you gonna let them friend zone you. Then you come with them with the entreaty. Then you're coming at them with the entreaty. And you're saying to them, but I gave you this. I did this. I thought we're working on something. I thought we was doing. What is all this that we've done? All of this, we hung out. I cooked you dinner. I picked your kids up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Nikki said, then you got to bust them upside the head. Yeah, exactly. I did this. I cooked for you. I went to the market. I bought you those basketball tickets. And this is what I get for that? Oh, nah. And then that's when the anger started. Then y'all gonna come on. Then y'all, things will never be the same because you took too long to check them. You took too long to get it in check. And now you're out. You shared your body. You shared your body. You shared your time. I said this stuff out of back. You shared your body. You shared your time. You shared your energy. You've done all of that. And you can't bring none of it back. When all of that could have been prevented had you shared your thoughts. The first ingredient in order to, when you meet somebody and when you start and then you feel then you feel used. The first thing that you have to do is that when you go down this rabbit hole is you have to establish what are we doing here. That's the first thing. Do not channel your being. Hey, Chicago, do not channel your being through your actions. There are some things that don't need to be proven. There's some things that's just a fact. And if you know that you got what it takes, before you give away your facts, you speak on it. Where are we going at with this? Do you want a relation? That's why it's important to ask the person. So let me ask you a question. How come you haven't been in a relationship in so long? Yeah, Andrea, how come you ain't been with nobody? Do you want it? I mean, and watch them cop out. How come you ain't been with nobody? You ain't been with nobody and all this. Do you want a relationship? Do you want to be in something? Like, what's up with that? When last time you've been intimate? Let them go. They're gonna lie anyway, but you just want to hear them. They're gonna lie anyway. But you just want to hear what they got to say. I'm saying to you, you have to establish and speak it. That's number one. Define what you're in. Number two. Yeah, Andrea. Number two. I want to give you number two. When you got to first define what you're in. The second thing is that you have to be willing to put it all on the table and be willing to let it go. Yeah, thank you, Val. Somebody put that in. You have to be willing to let it go. Because depending on what they say, you got to be willing to walk away. You got to be willing to walk away from it. It's either they really are with you. Well, you gotta be willing to let that thing go, shorty. Hey, you gotta be willing to. I remember I was talking to somebody, right? I was talking to somebody, and we talked for about a day. We had one conversation, one and a half. I'm gonna say two. We had one conversation, about two conversations. People tell me they've been single. They told me that they were single for 2 years. All right. You've been single for 2 years. You've been single, or you've been dipping. When last time you had some? I want to know. She said 3 weeks ago. Oh, okay. Oh, 3 weeks? Oh, okay. Adrian said, see, listen, Adrian, listen. She said, okay, she said 3 weeks ago. Hey, Val, she said 3 weeks ago, right? Well, what happened between you and him? Oh, he's still around. So why you want to talk to me? Let me call you back real fast. Hey, Linda. I said, let me call you back real fast, and we ain't talking no more. Hey, Crystal asked me, did I call back? No. She called me? Yeah. We ain't got nothing to say. What we got to talk about? You have to be willing. Thank you, Sin City. Thank you, baby. You got to be willing to pull a plug. Thank you, Sin City. You got to be willing to pull a plug. Oh, that's nothing. I gave dating in 2010. Yeah. Exactly. You got to be willing to pull a plug. So the first thing is what, y'all? The first thing that you got to do. What's the first thing? Let's go back. What's the first thing? Define what you're in. The second thing is that you got to be ready to pull a plug if necessary. The third thing that you have to do when you're meeting somebody, and I got to give you this, and let me take a pause real fast. If you haven't hit that follow button or that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button right now. Hit that subscribe button right now. Thank you. Hit that follow button. I'm going to hit that follow button for me. Hit that follow button. What you have to do, listen to me. The last thing you got to do is that you have to be very observant. Thank you for the follow, everybody. You got to be very observant after they tell you, if they say that y'all are they want a relationship or y'all are in something. Observe their behavior. Because some people, because you've given up so much so soon, they'll say anything to continue to reap the benefits. Jaguar, listen to this. They'll say anything to reap the benefits. At my job, right, where I work, there are some people that's been at my job for almost 30 years. And so they want to reach that 30-year mark so that they can get a full pension. So they just go along to get along. So they can still get their benefits. And that's how it is. Hey, Tiff, that's how it is, Val. Val, they just go along. Thank you, Val. Make sure that y'all put that in there. Be very observant. Put this in the chat. Put there. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Val. Yeah, they just go along to get along. You have to inspect what you expect. Did you hear what I said? Because it's matters of your heart that's on the line. You have to inspect what you expect. EXPECT. Because if you don't inspect what you expect, then you will infect. INFECT. You will infect. Yes, Nikki. You'll infect every parameter of your life, every dimension of your life. You will infect it. And the worst thing that you can do, because infections is a moving target. Infections is a moving target. I talked to somebody today. I talked to, and I'm closing with this. I'm great at the battle. I had talked to somebody today. Val, she was in a car accident. And as a result of her having a car accident, she was in extreme pain. She was in a lot of pain. And so she had two choices. She had a choice to get surgery that would potentially alleviate the pain, or she could have opted not to deal with the surgery. She would have just been in pain, and she would just would have taken like painkillers. So she opted to have, and I'm asking if you don't have to have back surgery, don't have back. I don't know anybody that has had successful back surgery. So that's just my thought, my observation. None of my friends who have had back surgery has had no less than 3. So if you can avoid back surgery at all costs, do not get back surgery. I have never seen anybody who's had a successful back surgery. That's just the plug right there. So she said, Val, I had 2 choices, Cook. She said, I could have she said either I could have avoided the surgery. And if I would have avoided the surgery, I would have had a lifelong thing of pain. Or I could have looked at, wow, Sin City, I could have looked at it and then I've been in pain. So what happened was, Sin City, she gets the surgery. And then infection came in. And the infection put her in the hospital. She couldn't breathe. She couldn't do that. And then she had to get 4 surgeries. She couldn't breathe. She was in the hospital. She had pneumonia. Everything. Why am I saying this to you? I'm saying you don't want to have people coming into your life that's going to infect your life. 2 rods and 6. Yeah, that she had to do. Yeah, Sin City. Because I asked her, she had to get the rods too. You don't want anybody coming into your life that's going to infect your life. You only want people that's going to come into your life that's going to have a positive effect. So we talked about 3 things. We had to expect what you inspect. Because if you don't inspect what you expect, EXCEPT, then that will infect, INFECT, things in your life, and then it will affect everybody that's around you. Did y'all get it? You need me to rewind it? It will affect things, people, places, and things in your life. I hope everybody was able to I don't know, my charger get ready, my battery go dead, everybody. I don't know what I do with my charger, but I hope that this was a blessing to you. Oh my God, Jesus. I don't even know. Anyway, I should have had a charger. I only had my charger. But I hope that this was, thank you, baby. I hope this was a blessing to you. I want y'all to do 3 things for me, 3 things. I want you to hit that follow button for me. Hit that follow button. Hit that. Do not hesitate. Thank you, baby. Do not hesitate to hit that follow button. I want you to, if you can, when I invite friends, I don't get paid to do this. So I just want to, somebody told me today, somebody asked me today, why do I come on and why do I do the things you do? I do the things I do? I said, I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm just doing it on social media. I've been doing this for years. I did prison ministry for 25 years, which means I've been to every prison ministry, every prison in Maryland. I've did the homeless shelter, domestic violence shelter, high schools, elementaries, all that. This is not just something that I just did. I just started doing. I've been doing it. This is who I am. So, some people that just when they just see you in a certain when they see you or when they just come in contact with you, some people would think that you're just coming on board because everybody else is doing it. No, I am he. So do me a favor, everybody, hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. Make sure that you like, comment, look at previous videos that I've had. To my YT family, I'll see you later. Thank you, Val. Enjoy this. Hit that follow button to my YT family. Thank you.